in the lies first.
Yes.
Why didn't you just break off the relationship at that
Because
point?
I did break it off. And she went through my family begging them that I contact her.
What's going on, people? We are back again with another freaking moving mad video, and this one right here is all about Riley and Violet at the most recent tell-all. Now, as you saw right there, the question was asked, why Riley? Okay, you know that she's been doing you dirty, so why would you go back? Why would you give her the response? And there you go, boom, bam. He says that Violet was literally nagging his family for his attention, and therefore he decided to contact her. And the reason why he did is because where he still had love for her, I guess the temptation just got the best of him, so therefore he had to give in. And then, of course, we are where we are. Now, also at the same time, though, he was asked about the whole situation of why did you say that in America it is popular to get a private investigator? And Riley came out to clear the air by saying, well, what I meant was when you date someone or you find someone abroad, then you should investigate who they are before you obviously go all out for them. Which is quite interesting because Tyree was like, yes, I agree with that. Tyree, for me in that moment in time, I was just like, shut up, bro. You shouldn't be speaking right now when it comes to investigations because you did none of that. None of that. So do not support what Riley did when you should have done it for yourself. But with that being said, though, we're about to get into this one. So sit back, relax, and let's go.
Its profile still active, or was it just like she had just not deleted it?
It was like 2 days ago, active.
Who here thinks that Violet was keeping her options open?
I'm on the fence.
I'm sorry.
Well, look at what we have over here. I mean, listen, to be honest with you, that is a very good question. A very, very good question, okay? I mean, look at it this way. Riley goes on the app and it says that she was active 2 days ago. That doesn't look good. Doesn't look good one bit. Now, Violet comes out to defend herself and she says, no. I just went on the app to check if Riley was on there. And to be honest with you, that reason isn't even good enough because both of them are going on an app to check if they're both active. Now, of course, Riley only did it because she told him to get off it. But because she started acting a bit booky, he decided to see if she was on the app as well, even though she told him to get off it. So I can support why Riley decided to go on there. But for her to be on it, after asking him to be on it, I mean, listen, lady, if you got trust issues, well, then why are you wasting your time with a guy that gives you trust issues? So in reality, the question is this, though. Why was you on the app? And that question comes in line there of, are you doing it to keep your eyes open, to keep your options available? Abso-freaking-lutely. The only reason why people will stay on the app is because they are still looking. You know, the second somebody stops looking, they don't go on apps. They remove themselves off an app and all apps possible, okay? You know what I mean? They even will start to make themselves look less approachable as well, even when they walk around because they know that they've got somebody that they actually want to invest their time in. You know what I mean? So Violet can sit here and talk about how she's not a high-tech person, which is absolute BS, you know what I'm saying? Talk about how she doesn't really know how things work and she hadn't been on the app for a long time. But lady, again, like I said before, if you're going to go on the app because you have trust issues about Riley, then why are you still with him? So therefore, that brings me to say that she was definitely keeping her options open. I mean, her whole behavior screamed, keeping my options open anyway. Can somebody tell me anything different? Come on now, let's not mess about. But anyway, with that being said, let's continue.
Is that there's science and then there's miracles.
So she took the pregnancy test in front of you. You did not trust that.
Well. We are where we wanted to be, and that is finding out about the pregnancy. Now, of course, when it comes to Violet, she's talking about, listen, okay, I missed my period, all right? I'm telling you this right now, okay? And I know that I'm pregnant, you know what I mean? So obviously at the same time, though, I don't know why he's treating me like this because I took it in front of him. But of course, listen, at the end of the day, for Riley now, he's looking at it this way. He's not in a position where he can get someone pregnant because of his medication. And also at the same time, he does contest the fact that the timeline doesn't necessarily fit the narrative neither. Because, you know, based on himself, well, things just don't seem to be correct. And also on top of that, let's not forget though, there's also the aspect of where he did ask Violet to get a doctor of his choosing, an international doctor of his choosing, and that is something that she pretty much said hell to the freaking no. And let's be real, in the last episode as well, it didn't help that after she revealed that she was pregnant with allegedly his child, she then said, well, let's get married. Do you know what I mean? When are you going to ask me to marry me? So her behavior just doesn't really make things any better. Her behavior makes things even more even more suspicious. So Violet can, you know, keep doing what she's doing and complaining and all that kind of mumbo jumbo. But guess what, Violet? Personally, for me, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. But look at it this way: if she got pregnant, who's to say that she did not do it on purpose? And the reason I say that is because something else is going to come up in this video. So well, we are going to get there soon.
That even if, I mean, I'm not a woman, but I'm a reasonable human being. Even if you take a home pregnancy test, don't you go to the doctor to confirm? He didn't speak English. I needed the international hospital, the doctor speak English. The timeline, the dates are not making sense.
Believe the timeline.
I didn't believe the timeline and that it was me.
Look at it this way. If you get pregnant, okay, and you want the man to be in their life, you want to support you, why would he say no to a doctor of his choosing? Do you see what I'm saying? Why? And I think, to be honest, if you're looking at it on a bigger scale, most of the time people dodge seeing doctors that somebody else wants them to see. It's usually for a reason, and that reason is never a good reason. That reason is always a sneaky reason. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said now, who can blame him? Okay, who can blame him for wanting to see a doctor, for wanting to see a doctor that was going to be, you know, be able to speak English? Because at the end of the day, there's no point in you getting a translator. That's even more money, right? So who blames him? And also, it's an international doctor. So of course the doctor should speak English. So I question if the doctor that she gave him was even international in the first place, to be honest with you. But boy, this gets even more and more tasty. I mean, I really shouldn't be saying that because we're dealing with a woman that may be pregnant, but this is definitely getting a bit more tasty because goddamn, things are not adding up.
Toxic part of our whole relationship that I'm to a point now where I believe that you would lie to get me to commit. And not only is the data not making sense, but I know medically where I am at. This is
that she will be capable of lying to you about a child just to manipulate you?
Yes.
That was cold. Man did not hesitate. He was like, no. Hey. Okay, all right. Okay, let me stop doing that. Listen, he has been in this relationship. We have seen the relationship, but of course he's the one experiencing it. So I guess from what we see, we can have our opinion, and from what he experiences, he can have his own actions, right? And I'm going to say that, to be honest with you, based on what we have seen and based on what he's saying, on what he's experienced, I definitely believe that Violet has the capability to want to lie to keep him around or anyone around, to be honest with you. Because if anything, when it comes to being accountable, it comes to being open, when it comes to just being vocal alone, that is not one of her best areas in life. You know, she's always consistently withholding information. She's always consistently trying to shut down any serious type of conversation. And, you know, we've seen that this has gotten so bad that that Riley started doing, you know, ridiculous things just to get her to talk. Things that definitely put her in a position where I was 100% calling him out for trying to ambush her. And most important, for just being a lowlife, for the fact that he felt like he had to travel all the way to Vietnam just to find out the truth. In reality, my biggest issue with Riley will always be this. He should have never gone to Vietnam, and he should have walked away from her when he had a chance. Well, no, I mean, to be fair, he had a chance every point. Do you know what I mean? But when he decided to walk away from her from the first time, that should have been it. Done and dusted. And I can never respect the fact that he kept going back there. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to be naive and say to you guys that he's wrong to feel how he feels, you know? And to be honest with you, I'm happy that he has caught out Violet in this alleged lie, because really and truly, it is not fair for men in this world who have to go through experiences where you have some women who think it's okay to lie about it being pregnant just to keep the man around, just to get the man to marry them. And just because she's toxic, it is very unhealthy that even when he does try to walk away, she tries to pull him back in each and every time. And really and truly, I hate that type of behavior. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, of course, some of these behaviors obviously can happen on the opposite gender as well. You know what I mean? But speaking as a man and seeing this firsthand of women trying to use a baby as a tool, it's disgusting. It's unacceptable. And to be honest with you, it should be a crime. But sadly, it's not. But hey, man, listen. By the way it looks at this one in time, the baby doesn't seem to be his because, well. But here's the question. Why doesn't she look pregnant? Sorry, I just realized that. Why doesn't she look pregnant? Because this would have been filmed a time ago. So I want to know why she doesn't look pregnant. Like, yo, hold on a minute. Nah, hey, I need to know when the tell-all was filmed compared to when she announced that she was pregnant, because goddamn, that the time I was looking a bit suspect too. Like, yo, why is she looking like that? Someone let me know, please. But anyway, with that being said, let me know what you're thinking and we'll talk about it. Peace.